Welcome to the Frequency and Flow weekly energetic business activation for the week of January 24th, 2022. In these short and sweet transmissions, I discuss the cosmic and energetic transits for the upcoming week and how they might impact your business, as well as how I plan to integrate these activations into my own business. By the end of this transmission, you'll have guidance and some practical tips on how to expand, activate, and add more flow into your life and business each week by leveraging these cosmic frequencies at play. Make sure you subscribe to Frequency and Flow on your preferred platform so you can catch these activations plus the other juicy content I post each week. All right, let's dive in. For the week of January 24th, 2022, our theme is new perspectives. So let me start by telling a little bit of story to help you get in the flavor of what this energetic theme for the week is. When I was stuck in my business winter at the end of middle to end of 2021, I was in this rut. I felt like I just didn't know what direction I wanted my business to head. I didn't know what to do. I was paralyzed from taking any action. And to be honest, I was kind of burnt out, but not quite burnt out, but I just wasn't really feeling creatively inspired. I was feeling stuck, defeated. Like I said, I was uninspired. And then on top of that, there were the layers of guilt and shame and just those negative thought loops, like going on and on, like, what in the world am I doing? Why am I here? If I can't figure out what I'm doing with this business, I didn't know what direction to take it in. So it's like layers upon layers of negative self-talk and thought loops. Have you ever caught yourself in these thought loops before, or like just realized that you're stuck in them and you just don't know how to get out of them? Oh my gosh, this has happened to me so many times, and perhaps to you as well. I actually had in August, I had one of my one-on-one clients that I work with is a professional swim team, and we had a event that was 6 weeks in Europe, in Italy. And so I was preparing for this trip. I knew I'd be abroad for 6 weeks, which, was going to be a good change of pace. And I was kind of a little nervous about it, but a little excited about it. And knowing where I was at and especially because I just didn't know what was going to happen with my business during that time. I knew I had clients that I was going to be consistent with, and continue working on, but in terms of growing the business or expanding the business, I didn't really know what was going to happen. And because I was in this, going into this, I was in this negative thought loop overload where I was just really questioning what I was doing and not really having any direction in terms of my business. I just made a commitment to myself for that time, for those 6 weeks, to just let my business go and to be present, knowing that when I came back, I would kind of relook at things and just revisit things with a fresh set of eyes, letting things rest and kind of giving it a break for a little bit. And what I realized is that trip was truly a portal into a new version of myself and a new version of this business. I came back and I literally felt like when I came back and sat down at my desk after a 6-week kind of whirlwind trip of a lot of work and a little bit of personal things, sightseeing, and just kind of really staying present in the moment, I felt like I was seeing the world through new eyes. I even told people this. I'm like, I feel like I see things differently. I saw my business differently. I saw my life differently. I really felt like I had a same set of values, but could see them in a different way. All of the sudden, those thought loops that I was in really became clear. I felt like I got a lot of clarity on those thought loops and why they were happening and that I was having them, because I don't know that I was as aware of them beforehand, but I came back and I just felt like I had this awareness of where I was at before I left. And I recognized that opportunity as what happened, that portal that I stepped through. And when I came back here, all of a sudden it was the start of a new cycle. And the start of the new cycle, not just for me, but for my business. And I decided to look at my business with a new set of eyes. So it's really interesting. It's like I had to just let it go, stay present, remove any timelines, like all of the shoulds and the guilt of, oh, I should have done this in my business by now. I should be doing this by now. Oh my gosh, I totally missed that deadline I set for myself. I let it all go and I just surrendered and focused on being present in the energy, and even though like when I was abroad, like all of my normal like rituals and daily practices and meditation, all of that kind of just went away. And I just focused on serving my commitments to my existing clients and really just being present in the moment. And I came back, and when I finally checked back in with myself, everything was different. And so that is really the theme of this week as well, this new perspective. So as I alluded to in the energetic business activation last week, this week is the human design new year. This is the point in the cycle where, through the story of human design or all of the gates, this is the starting point. This is the fresh point. We really have, this is gate 41. Gate 41 is all about cycles and like activating, kind of stepping up and activating a new genetic, energetic frequency within you and stepping up into that when the timing is right. Okay. It's really about being, are you caught up in the same thought loops or stuck in a rut, so to speak, and then someday something changes and it's something new. And right now, this is a great opportunity to really, like, is this a new, I know it's the new year and we're almost a month into this new year of 2022, but I know a lot of times this happens for me. The energy of 2020, the year before, kind of lags into the new year. So this is kind of the opportunity to be like, okay, we're a few weeks into the new year. I feel like I'm kind of feeling this new energy of the new year finally. And it's like, how can I break some of those cycles that maybe I'm stuck in and take them on with a new perspective? Or how can I see things differently and step into a new cycle or step up into something new? Right? It's the, speaking of how each gate and each gene key has a spectrum of frequency, where the shadow is all about, it's called fantasy, and it's really about getting caught up in your own stories. It's about getting, like distracting yourself or allowing yourself to stay in that rut because you're just kind of in this dreamlike state where you're kind of almost delusional to the fact that things are happening and changing around you. You just really want to stay in that, like, that space where what things are and you don't have to take any risks. But then the gift side, the other side of that spectrum, is all about anticipation and being ready to step up and start that new cycle when the timing is right. And it's not just forcing yourself to step up and forcing yourself to step up. The beautiful thing about the energy, so I kind of jumped in with it without even saying, like, this is the sun energy for this week, going from what was Saturday, actually on the 22nd, through Thursday of this week. So we're in this energy right now of being ready, like just anticipating and being excited and being ready to like step into that new level of ourselves, our businesses, for us being leaders, thought leaders. This is a beautiful time. Like, this energy is all about, it's kind of an internal thing, or like really focusing on your frequency and your connection to like source energy and really channeling things through. So it's like, because as you decide to get out of those cycles of your existing life and to step, or whatever's happening right now, and to step up and to like claim that next level, it really is like you're accessing new realms, new creative channels. You might get huge downloads this week of things like really like new ideas, new projects, new ways of seeing things, new perspectives. That portal energy really is going to be present this week. So it's really important. But like the thing is it's like you can't always just take those steps to up level by forcing it. You need to also slow down and stay aware and really stay present so that you can observe when those new opportunities and ideas are actually coming to you. Because if you're so busy like trying to force things, you're not going to receive that beautiful connection and those beautiful ideas that come through. So it's really important this week to focus on the frequency that you are in and the like energy that you're bringing to the week so that you can leave space to observe and get new perspectives on the thing so that you can step up into that next level so that you can see things with new perspectives. The other energy that's going to be coming in this week, starting on Saturday, the 28th, Friday, I think that's Friday, the 28th, is this energy of what is gate 19. And that spectrum of energy is all about it's really all about like energy and like how you relate to others. And are you codependent on things outside of yourself in order to step into your own energy, or do you find your own energy and power from within? So I think this is like a beautiful balance of these two energies of like you're being called to step up in the perfect timing, and like do you feel that energetically? Like are you in that frequency of being sovereign and in your own energy to be able to step up? So think about like what do you want outside of your, like as you kind of go through the week and we step into this new energy, it's all about what do you want? Like, what are you relying on that's outside of yourself in order to feel like you're worthy of the things that you want and like that life that you're calling in? Or how can you become more self-reliant and emotionally independent, like dependent on yourself and yourself alone? So that's kind of like almost that victim mentality of being codependent on things outside of you to feel like you're worthy or that you are that leader is that's like the shadow energy of this. When you go into more of the like the gift frequency, it's actually it's called sensitivity, and it's really about tuning into your inner world and staying really focused and present on your inner world. And the more that you become clear and aware of what's happening on the inside, the more sensitive you are to the outer world, meaning the stronger your psychic gifts are and your senses, all your senses. This is really about empathy. So it's really about finding balance between those empathetic gifts that are rooted in the physical realm and like being clear in your own energy as you take those steps, and then it also enhances your sensitivity around you. So that is the beautiful theme, like these themes of this week, this like really being clear on your internal world and slowing down and staying present so that when opportunities do come and those channel ideas and projects and opportunities come through, that you're so clear in your channel that you know that it's the thing to do to help you step into that next level to see that new perspective. All right, so let's talk about the other activations that are going to be enabling you to kind of expand your business that you can tap into and leverage for your business. So early in the week, there's not really any cosmic channels channels that are created, defined centers through the energies. But later in the week, starting on Friday, the 28th, there's actually you're going to get a little bit of an energetic boost because the channel 1333, the prodigal, is going to be activated, which connects your G center to your throat. So it's going to give you a lot more clarity in your identity and your direction as you feel into that version of you that plays the bigger game. And then starting on Saturday, the channel of awareness, 24 to 61, which connects your head to your ajna, is going to be activated for almost 2 weeks. So starting on Saturday for almost 2 weeks until the 10th, February 10th, you're going to have a really clear energy around your inspiration, your ideas, your beliefs. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit more next week, since this is only the tail end of this week, but I'm really excited about this. And so I kind of wanted to give you a sneak peek, but you really might be able to tap into a new level of clarity over the weekend that will continue on for the next couple weeks. Okay, so that was like a lot of information about these different channels at play between the new year and like stepping into new cycles, new perspectives, but doing so from like a very clear and channeled place. And so how am I going to, and then also kind of playing with this beautiful energy of, towards the end of the week of having that throat center and that G center activated. How am I going to be integrating this into my own business this week? And how can you activate and integrate this within your own life and business? So, like I said, the focus for this week is really kind of getting clear, or like cleaning up the energy of your inner world, your own frequency, so that you can strengthening your connection to source. So that you can be aware and present and like sense the opportunities and the ideas that are going to be coming to you and calling you to step up into this new cycle and this new, step in your journey. So really take time to slow down and be present. That is, and really tap into your own energy and your own channel. Really think about, like, does what you're putting out into the world represent what is, there's this like energy of like, what you're putting out into the world represent what is on the inside, or what you want to be happening on the inside. So from a business perspective, like how I'm going to be using this is thinking about like, what are my offers, my content. I think I'm going to do a little brush through of like who I talk to, my connections, my conversations, and like, am I stuck in ruts, or am I stuck in cycles where I'm playing small? Like, what parts of my business am I still playing small? And that are a reflection of this like old cycle or this rut cycle, versus what is a reflection of this new cycle that I'm stepping into and I'm calling in like in this new year. So it's almost like an audit energy. You're kind of seeing things with a fresh set of eyes. Like, is this content that I'm putting out, is this me playing small, or is this me playing true to the energy and the frequency that I have? I think it's also really important for you to think about what can you, as you're doing this, like as you're, taking audit or taking a look at everything in your business and your life, and like what is a external representation of what's on the inside, or what you want to be reflecting on the inside. It's like, what of that, what is it that you're playing small on, and can you release it, or can you clean it up? Can you strengthen your channel and elevate that frequency so that you can really get in touch more with those like extrasensory gifts and be able to see things with that new perspective? The more you strengthen your gifts, the more empathic you get, the more aware you become of those opportunities. So it's like cleaning, how can you it's almost like, it's not spring, but like doing a little spring cleaning of your energy so that you can strengthen it, like strengthen that magnet that you have, so that you can step up into this new, this new cycle, this new year. All right, so if you're looking for some more guidance as you integrate your own personal human design blueprint into your business, you can start with, there's some free resources or low-cost resources below, including the masterclass, New Paradigm Entrepreneurship Using Human Design. So you can take a look, check out the links below in the episode description. And if you learned something new today or resonated with what I said, I'd love to meet and connect with you. You can DM me on Instagram, say hello, and share with me what your biggest takeaways were for your business or from this episode. And so in our next episode, I'm going to be talking all about how to niche your business, or how to find an ideal, a target audience for your business using your human design. So I'll see you there.